Hello there, APBA fans and APBA football enthusiasts, and welcome to the second half of a game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions, as we are going down towards the end of my double elimination tournament. What we have here, we got the 6-1 Buccaneers that came through the losers bracket playing the 4-0 top-seeded Detroit Lions. And we are at halftime. The Lions are winning this game 17-10, and they will receive the second half kickoff. If Tampa Bay wins this game, they're going to force a one-game final next week in the NFC, as both teams will have one loss. Briefly, I'll go to the AFC. AFC, we ended up with Baltimore 6-1 and Denver 4-1, and they'll be playing next week in the AFC final game to find out which team from the AFC will go to the championship game against either Detroit or Tampa Bay. So let's get ready for second half action here at Ford Field between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Detroit is leading the game here at the half 17-10. After they stopped Tampa Bay in their first drive, Gibbs scored on a 1-yard touchdown run. Detroit was up 7-0. Then Montgomery, early in the second quarter, scored on a touchdown run. They were up 14-0. Tampa Bay finally come down, got on the scoreboard on a 36-yard field goal by McLaughlin. And then late in the first half, Evans caught a 61-yard pass, got behind the defense, scored a touchdown to make it 14-10. And then with no time left on the clock, Bates hit a 23-yard field goal and give Detroit the 17-10 halftime lead. Let's play some football. Alrighty, the punter kicks off for Tampa Bay. Trenton Gill kicking off for the third time today. First two times were touchbacks. 41 is a 38. A right column 38. That is 6 yards deep in the end zone. It will be a touchback. And here comes the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff here in the second half. If they win, they go to the championship game. If they lose, they got to play Tampa Bay again next week, as it's double elimination. Until we get to the final game, that in the championship game, AFC, NFC, it'll just be a Super Bowl. So first down here, what we're going to do, they're going to start off with, well, Gibbs will be in the backfield to start the second half. I've been rotating these guys. Gibbs had 11 carries in the first half. Montgomery had 6. So Gibbs, first play, second half, going to run inside. Goff, handoff to Gibbs. 2. A 2 is going to put them in the B index. Second dice roll, 52 is going to go to the D. Left column, 52. 52 is a 27. He is buried for no gain. This game started to turn a little bit at the end of the first half. We got second down, 10 to go. What's the call going to be? Detroit's going to throw a short pass to the tight end, Sam Laporta. He's a grade A. Short pass, 0. Puts him in the A index. Second dice roll, 31. Will put them in standard. So grade A, standard, even. Goff, 53, is an 8. Nice looking 11-yard pass to Sam Laporta. Goff has 188 yards passing on the day. That's Laporta's fourth catch for 33 yards. First down. Moves the chains. We are 1 minute into the second half. So first down. What they're going to do here, they're going to run Gibbs inside again, as they've been trying to control the ball today to keep Tampa Bay's potent offense off the field. Inside run, 6, puts them in the A. Second dice rolls a 16. That puts them in the G, and they got a successful key on him. Right column, 23 is a 28, drops to 30. Oh my, Gibbs loses 4 yards. Second down. 14 to go. This Tampa Bay just been hanging around in this tournament after losing a thrilling first game to Dallas. Second down 14. Detroit's going to go short pass to Amon St. Brown. Second and 14. 4. The B receiver is going to go up to actually be an A. Second dice roll 65. 65 on a defense. Nickelback, but he's an asterisk, so that's not going to drop. Going to stay in the one line. Left column. If they got 2 guys that add up to 8, it's successful double covers, and they do, so 26. Yeah. Actually, that's a 13. Oh, boy, we got ourselves a fumble. 26 is a 13. We got an F37. Roll the big dice. F37, 66. Oh, wow. F37, 66. 69 yards out of bounds. So with the 69 out of bounds, what I do is I go to back to where the play happened, the F37. The best Goff can do is a 2, so it's going to be a 34-yard completion to St. Brown out of bounds. So a 34-yard completion to St. Brown. So Goff is up to 222 yards passing today. St. Brown, 34 yards, gives him 120 yards on the day. First down. 34 yards. 3, 13, 23, 33, 34. They are down to the 29-yard line of Tampa Bay with 13 and a half minutes left. Actually, 13 minutes left here in the third quarter. I keep my official time on the score sheet. And I try to keep my slider time clock caught up. So here we go. Detroit's first down. 10 to go. 29-yard line. Tampa Bay. Tried running Gibbs a couple times, and that play has not been working. They're taking Gibbs out. They're going to bring in Montgomery on first down. First down from the 29. Montgomery running inside between the tackles. 0. Puts him in the A index. 66. Puts him in the D. 3 puts him in the left column. 62 is a 24. Little 3-yard power run by Montgomery. Keeps him on schedule with the chains. So second down. 7 to go. What's the call going to be? Is Detroit coming down to try to take the 2-score lead here? They're going to throw a little short pass to Montgomery. Goff back in the pocket looking for Montgomery. 32 is a 19. That ball's going to be an incomplete pass to Montgomery. That's only the 4th incomplete pass today for Goff. Now we got a third down. 7 to go. What is the call going to be on 3rd and 7? They're going to go short pass to Williams. See if J-Mo can get across the middle on a little short pass. Goff back looking. Williams, 23 is a 28. He's going to get sacked. So 2 puts him in the B index. 64 puts them in the D, left column, 28. He is sacked for a 1-yard loss. First time he's been sacked today. We are going to 4th down. 1-yard loss. And on comes the field goal kicker, Bates.
Here we go. It's going around story time.
Bates, 27, trying to kick a 44-yard field goal, but we used the 27-yard line on my chart. 27-yard line, 25's an 18 from the 27. It is through the uprights. 44-yard field goal by Bates. He is 2 for 3 today. And with 11 minutes, I have a timer adjustment. 11:42 left in third quarter. The Lions take a 10-point lead on the Bates. 44-yard field goal. So Detroit has a 20-10 lead. Pull up my little fancy scoreboard here. 20-10. First time I've had the Lions on the channel here. So Bates kicking off from the 35-yard line. Here we go. Bates 51's a 25. That's through the end zone for a touchback. Last year's season, the team would get it at the 30-yard line. So there's a lot more touchbacks, a lot of teams taking it at the 30-yard line. And that's what we're doing here. I'm checking out the official time. The official time's actually 11:30 left in the game. Left in the third quarter. And here comes Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield on a 6-game winning streak, trying to force a championship game in the NFC next week. Baker Mayfield. Seems like he's hitting all kinds of big passes there. They only ran the ball 3 times in the first half because they've been battling from behind. So they're going to come on in the second half, and they're going to try and establish a little bit of a run. Maybe not too much, but inside run. Bucky Irvin, actually his first carry of the day. 6. Actually, that's a 9. 9 puts them in the A index. 23 puts them in the G. Right column. 26, 22, Bucky Irvin, 2 yards. Second down, 8 to go. Tampa Bay down by 10. Second and 8 from the 32-yard line. Now they're going to throw a short pass to Bucky Irvin. He did catch one pass earlier for 13 yards. Baker Mayfield, second and 8. 65's a 15. If he completes that one, it's not going to be for very much. 6 will be a B, so they'll bump him up to A with the A receiver. Second dice roll, 34 on the second and 8. That is going to put them in the standard left column, and if Detroit has a 5, which they do, it's a successful double cover. So 15 drops to the 17, and he's going to complete it for no gain. Bucky Irvin makes the catch. Could not go anywhere. 2 catches for 13 yards. Curtis Joseph come up and made a big tackle. System I created, depending on how good guys are on defense, they can create the double teams, and they can create extra keying. So now we got third down and 8 to go. And they're going to be looking for Godwin. He's been targeted 5 times today for 36 yards. He has 3 catches. So we got third down, 8 to go. They're going to go medium to Godwin. Back in the pocket, Baker Mayfield. 65 is a 15. That ball's going to be an incomplete pass. Tampa Bay cannot move the ball. So they are 2 for 5 on third down conversions. So we got how much time left here? We got 10 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. And on comes the punter, Gill. Boy, that big play by Joseph really got them behind the sticks. Trenton Gill, the punter. It's 32-yard line, 15. 15's a 4. We got an even 4. 54-yard punt to the TA. 54. 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 54 to the TA. The TA will be Corey Raymond. He had 1 punt return earlier for 5 yards. So from the 14-yard line, Khalif Raymond, 16. 16's a 25. Left column, 25 on the punt return. No gain on the punt return. Here comes Detroit. 10 minutes left. Third quarter. Their own 14-yard line. with a 10-point lead. They're trying to go to 5-0 in the tournament and get to the final game. So Montgomery's going to be starting here at running back in this possession here. We're at the 14-yard line, so we got to use the 1 to the 14-yard line. Inside run Montgomery. Inside is Detroit's trying to use the running game. 3. That's good enough to get them into A because they're at the +9. 32. Puts them in a standard defense. Right column. 61. 61 is a 20. He does get 3 yards. 8 carries for 49 yards. Second down, 7 to go. What we going to do on 2nd and 7? Montgomery's in a little short pass to Montgomery. Second time he's targeted today. 64. That should be a good pass. 7. Puts them in the A index. Second dice roll, 53 on a 2nd and 7. That puts them in the D. Right column. 64 is an 8. 8-yard pass to Montgomery. Goff is up to 230 yards. That'll move the chains. Montgomery, 1 catch, 8 yards. We have 9 minutes left. I have such a hard time keeping that little clock caught up there. So 9 minutes left here. Third quarter. Detroit with the 10-point lead. Trying to drive the ball down the field. First down. They're going to run him again. This time they go Montgomery outside. See if he can get outside the tackle. Oh, 55 is a 16. That should be a good run there. 6 puts him in the A index. 42 puts him in the standard. If 2 guys add up to 8, which they have that, that's a successful key on the running back. Right column. So 55 is a 16. Going to drop to 18. 7-yard run for Montgomery. Second down. 3 to go. What they're going to do on 2nd down and 3. I'm going to throw a little short pass to Patrick. He's been targeted once today, so I'm going to try the little short pass to Tim Patrick on 2nd and 3. Jared Goff back in the pocket looking for Patrick. 36 is a 10. 1, let's see, so Patrick will put him in the B. Second dice roll. 45 on a 2nd and 3. That's going to put them in a standard. Right column with the even dice. 36 is a 10. Patrick catches it. 10-yard completion. First down, Detroit. Nice play by Patrick. 2 catches. 19 yards. That puts us at 8 minutes left. Third quarter. There's Detroit trying to move the ball down the field, eat up some clock, go down and score again. But that way Tampa Bay's offense has been so potent over the last 6-game heater they've been on. Detroit's been trying to control the ball control, and in the first half they had 36 plays to Tampa Bay's 22, so the first half it worked out. Inside run, Montgomery. 3, is it good enough to get them into A index with the +9? 22 puts them into G, left column. 22 is a 15. Montgomery busts through the hole. 14-yard run for Montgomery. He's up to 70 yards rushing on the day. There's Detroit's 2-pronged running attack. It's been strong today. They are across midfield. They're down to the 44-yard line. 7.5 minutes left. Third quarter. They're going to keep trying to drive the ball, or are they going to try and open it up a little bit? I think they're trying to open it up a little bit. They're going to go a little medium pass to Jamo Williams. Goff back in the pocket looking for Jamo. 24. 24 is a 10. Not sure. 1. Get some bad dice rolls on there. See, so it'd be a B receiver. 32 is a standard. Left column. Completes it for 8 yards, even with the B receiver in the standard. 8-yard completion to Jamo Williams. Goff, 248 yards passing today. Williams, 4th catch, 35 yards. So second down. Move it 8 yards. We have 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Goff brings the guys up to the line at scrimmage. Second down and 2. Going to go a medium pass to St. Brown. Being there ahead of the sticks. Medium to St. Brown. Goff back looking. St. Brown. Oh, 63 is a 32. This could be a game changer kind of play. 6 will be the 8 index. 44. He's going to put them in the standard. Right column. 32 is an incomplete pass. First time he's targeted to St. Brown and he has not made the catch. Now we got third down, 2 to go. And they're going to come back with a running game. They're going to come back and run. Montgomery inside on 3rd and 2. 6 puts them in the 8 index. 63 on a 3rd and 2. They actually go into a 63 on the 3rd and 2. They actually dropped off into the D. They were looking for a pass. Left column, 56. 24. 3-yard run for Montgomery. First down, Detroit. What a big first down. With 6:15 left here. First down. Gotta give them the third down conversion. They are 4 for 5 on third down conversions, and now they are at the 33-yard line. So they keep trying to drive the ball down the field. They're going to come back, and they're going to run Montgomery inside this time. 5 puts them in the A. 26 puts them in the standard. We're in the right column. 51's a 17. Montgomery busts through the hole for 6 more yards. 79 yards for rushing for Montgomery today. This has been a sustained drive here for Detroit here in the second half. We're down to 5:45. What's the call going to be on 2nd and 4? Looks like Montgomery's going out. Back in comes Gibbs on 2nd and 4. What's the call going to be? They're going to run Jahmyr Gibbs inside between the tackles. We're between the 10 and the 30-yard line now, so the yardage gets a little bit tougher. 4 puts them in the A index. 14 puts them in the G. If they got the guys... Nope, no. If Tampa Bay's defense was higher than Detroit's offense, it is not. So let's be 3-line, left column, 13, 16, 7-yard run for Gibbs. He's up to 63 on the day. Another first down for Detroit. They're down to the 21-yard line with 5:15 left in this third quarter. Third quarter's been going by pretty quick. First down, what they're going to do, they're going to take a shot. They're going medium pass to St. Brown from the 21-yard line. Here we go. Goff back in the pocket looking for St. Brown. 64. 64 is an 8. That should be a completion. 9 puts them in the A index. Dice roll 62. That's going to put them in the D. Left column. 64 is the 8. Completes it for 7 yards. got the completion, was looking for more. St. Brown, 127 yards receiving today. Move it 7 yards. Second down, 3 to go. With my dice roll 62, I get my injuries off the dice roll here. 62 is always a defensive injury. So we got a Tampa Bay player down on the field using a big dice to find out who it is. 23, so it's the D3 is hurt. Who is the D3? That is Levante David, but he's a J0. So he's only going to be out for 1 play. He's a 4. They're going to bring in the 2 run. They're going to bring in the 2 linebackers. School coming in. So not really going to make a difference. Detroit's going to go plus 11 for 1 play. So second down from the 14-yard line. So the medium pass is off the table now. Looks like they're going to come back and run Gibbs inside from the 14-yard line. Here we go. Hand off Gibbs inside. 4. Puts them in the A index. Second dice roll, 25. That's going to put them in the standard. We're talking right column. 35 is a 16. 11-yard run for Gibbs. Down to the 3-yard line. First down, Detroit. What a drive this has been. Power running. 2-headed attack. And here we are with 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in third quarter. Detroit trying to take a 3-score lead. What are they going to do on first down? Gibbs is out. Montgomery's in from the 3-yard line. Handoff. Montgomery inside. 26-24. 1 puts him into C. 64. It's a blown 64, 65, 66 puts them in the D, so that's in the D. So grade C in the D, left column, 26, 24, 1-yard run for Montgomery. Second down from the 2-yard line. What's the call going to be? Second down from the 2. They're going to throw a short pass to St. Brown. See if they can't get him open in the corner of the end zone. Goff back looking for St. Brown. Snake eyes. That's a touchdown. It's a 2. Detroit comes down. 2-yard touchdown pass. Goff to St. Brown. They take 3-score lead. First touchdown today for Goff. So 3:30 plus my adjustment. 3:30. 3:38 left. In third quarter. Detroit. St. Brown gets a 2-yard pass from Goff. And on comes Bates to kick the extra point. He missed a field goal earlier when it was actually a fumbled snap earlier, but other than that, he's been pretty good. 26-39. The extra point is good. Detroit here late in the third quarter takes a 27-10 lead here at Loud Ford Field. The beauty of APBA, I can't afford to go to a Ford Field football game, but on my table, I can be right there. 27-10. Bates getting ready to kick off from the 35-yard line. Bates, 12. 12 is a 42, a left column 42. That is a 59 OB down to the 6. Not a bad kick. They got to return it. So 59 yards. The OB is Jared. First time seeing him today. Jarrett from the 6-yard line. 43 is a 24. Even. 24. 15-yard return for Jarrett. And here comes Tampa Bay. 15 will put him up to the 21-yard line. Baker Mayfield has some magic in them. Because these other teams, they've been scoring a lot of points. So 3:15 left. First down, Tampa Bay, 21-yard line. Detroit leading 27-10. So it is a 3-score lead. Here comes Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield. What's he done today? He has 183 yards passing today and a touchdown. He's going to throw a little short pass on first down. A little short pass to Rachaad White. Back in the pocket. Baker Mayfield looking for White. 44. That's going to be a good completion here. 6. That's a B, so to bump up to the A with the A receiver. So A receiver, 12, puts them in the G, left column. 44 is a 6. 16-yard completion to White, but we got a player down on the field. It's an offensive player. Let's see. That's White's third catch for 16 yards. So stay first down. 4, 14, 15, 16. Move the clock. And with the 12, whenever I get a 12, that is an offensive injury. So let's see who is going to the blue tent. 25. 25 is the backup center's hurt. Wow. The backup center is hurt. They got anybody else that can play center? Second dice roll is a 7. So 7 on the injury. He can play injured, so he's just going to play injured and he's going to stay at 2. I'm not going to drop him below a 2. Because they do not have a third string center to bring in. So first down, 10 to go from the 37-yard line. Medium pass, 2. Now go short pass. Short pass to Kate Otten. Back in the pocket. Baker Mayfield looking for Otten. 23 is a 28. He's going to get sacked. 8 is going to put them in the 8 index. Second dice roll. 46 puts them in the standard left column. 28. He loses 2 yards. He gets sacked. That is the 4th sack today for the Lions for a total of 18 yards. We have second down. 12 to go. And officially, we got 2:15 left in third quarter. So second and 12. Mayfield. Bucky Irvin in the game. Second and 12. Going to throw a short pass to Bucky Irvin. Try to get some of his yardage back. Short pass, Bucky Irvin. 34 is a penalty. 35. We got a 4-31 on a pass penalty. 4-31. That is going to be a defensive holding. Now we got to resolve the play. And Tampa Bay can have their choice. Short pass. Irvin. 6. Puts them in the A index. 45. On the second and 12. Puts Detroit in the D. Right column. 25 is a 7. It'll be completion for 9 yards. They're going to take the 5-yard penalty. 5-yard defensive holding on the Lions. That is their 4th penalty for 20 yards. So first down, 40-yard line. 1:45 left here in the third quarter. What they're looking to do here on first down, they're going to throw a medium pass to McMillan, try to open it up a little bit. It's feeling a little bit of urgency. Mayfield looking for McMillan. 61's a 10. That should be a completion. 4. That's good enough to put him into B, which will bump him up to the A. Second dice roll. 21 puts them in the G. Right column. 61 is a 10. Completes that for 8 yards to McMillan. 207 yards for quarterback Mayfield. McMillan's second catch. 10 yards. Second down, 2 to go. That looks like that's a pretty good chance to take a shot. So they're going to go medium to Chris Godwin. Just shy of midfield. Back in the pocket. Mayfield looking for Godwin. 23's a 28. He's going to get sacked again. Detroit's defense has been ferocious. 5 is going to put them in the B. 56 on the second dice roll on the 2nd and 2. Going to put him in the D. Left column, 23, 28. He is thrown for a 6-yard loss. 24, that's 5 sacks for a loss of 24 yards. And that's a bad one. Third down and third down and 8. Thought they had a chance here to kind of a free play, but it didn't work out as he got sacked, and now he's going to come back. He's going to throw a screen pass to White. Here we go. Baker back in the pocket. Looking screen pass. There he goes. That looks like a nice looking pass. 3. That puts him in the C, so bump him up to the B. 66. On the 3rd and 8 on the defense. That's a nickelback. Puts him into one line, left column. It's a double cover. 44. 44 is a 6. Drop to 8. That's 13. Add 1 yard if it's still a gain. So he completed that for 14 yards to White. First down. 14 yards. White has 4 catches for 30 yards. 3, 13, 14. First down at the 44-yard line. We are down to last play of the third quarter. What they going to do? Been a crazy day. They're actually going to run it one time here. They're going to run a play. They're going to run Bucky Irvin inside. End up the quarter. 1 puts them in the C index. Oh boy, 15 puts them in the 3 line. Right column. Then with the 15, if Detroit has the guys that add up to 8, 2 of them, it's a successful key, so they made the play on it too. 21's a 22, dropped to 24. No gain for Irvin. And that is the end of the third quarter. As we get ready for the fourth quarter with Detroit leading 27-10. Here we are, beginning of the fourth quarter. Detroit leading 27-10. Tampa Bay, 2nd down and 10 to go. They're going to look for a little short pass to K. Dotton. As they ran the ball there, but they only ran the ball 5 times today as they've been trailing the whole game, so I don't feel like I'm running the ball too much. Thought maybe I would trick Detroit's defense. So 2nd down and 10. They got to go short pass to the tight end from Washington. Baker Mayfield looking for Otten. 52's a 27. He's in a scramble. 0. He's in a scramble against the A index. What can Baker do? Baker Mayfield on the scramble. 35's a 5. He scrambles for 14 yards. That is the biggest run today for Tampa Bay. Baker's first scramble of the day. Because they definitely got to come down and score here. So Now they got a first down at the 30-yard line. They only have the one touchdown today, and that was on a 61-yard pass to Evans back late in the first half. First down, they're going medium pass, medium to Godwin, taking a shot from the 30-yard line. Back in the pocket, Baker looking for Godwin. 25, that looks like a nice looking pass. 7, B goes up to the A. 42. Standard. If Detroit has two guys add up to 8, it's a successful double cover, so it is a successful double cover, so 25 is a 7. Drops to 9. He only completes it for 6 yards. So 6-yard completion. 2, Godwin. He has 4 catches today for 42 yards. Second down. 4 to go. They going to come back and try and run one, or are they going to keep throwing it? Second and 4. They're going to run White inside, try and get the first down here. 14's a 35. That's a penalty. We got a 1:36 on the penalty, on a run penalty. 1:36. That is going to be offensive holding. Oh boy, let's see what the result of the play would have been. Would have been a decent game, but they're backing it up 10 yards. What a bad hold by Tampa Bay. Official time is 13:30. So now we got second down and 14. They're going to come back with a short pass to they'll go medium to McMillan. They're at the part of the field where attack the end zone. Medium to McMillan because they're outside the 30-yard line again. 62's a 16. That ball looks like it's in a flutter. Incomplete. That will be an incomplete pass to McMillan. Now they got the third down from the 34-yard line. Evans, third down, medium pass to Evans. Baker's been making these kind of throws all year. Can he make a throw right now on third down? Here we go, back in the pocket looking for Evans. There it is, 66 is a 1. That is what Baker Mayfield does. Medium pass, 4. B goes to the A. Goes to the second column, 16. 16, now that would be a standard. 66 is a 1. It's within the 41-yard line. That is a 34-yard touchdown pass to Evans. Mayfield's up to 261 yards and 2 touchdowns. Evans, 34 yards. His last 2 catches were touchdowns. They get a first down and then a touchdown. We are down to 13. 09 left in the game. Tampa Bay still hanging around. Evans. Second touchdown catch of the day and a 34-yarder. Pass from Mayfield. And on comes the extra point kicker. On comes McLaughlin to kick the extra point to try and make this a 10-point game. It's Tampa Bay just hanging around. 32's a 5. McLaughlin kicks the extra point. Give me a second here to get things caught up. Tampa Bay 17, Detroit 27. So Detroit does still have the 2-score lead. But the way Tampa Bay's been playing this year, they're just never out of a game. Baker Mayfield throwing clutch 66 all the way through the tournament. between his 2016 Oklahoma, and I've used Baker Mayfield in a lot of different games, both in college and in the pros. I said this is the 8th game of the tournament they've been in, so I've seen him a lot. So 35-yard line. What's the official time left here? 13 minutes. Now it comes to kicker. The kicker offer is Trenton Gill kicking off from the 35-yard line. They're going to kick it deep. 62. 62 is a 25. He kicks it through the end zone. And here comes Detroit up to the 30-yard line. Can they put together a big drive here? That's what they really need to do. If you're a Lions fan, you're hoping for. Who's going to be at running back here? Looks like Gibbs is coming out to play running back for this drive here, as they've been rotating back and forth. But then the last drive, they both got some play time in there. So with 13 minutes left in the game, Detroit with the ball and the lead. Handoff to Gibbs inside. 34 is a 35. That's a penalty. We got a 6.62 on a running penalty. A 6.62. That's going to be, oh my, that's a bad one for the Lions. A 6.62 is going to be a 15-yard line or dead ball spot. We got to figure out the play here first and see if it's a dead ball. Inside run. 53 is a 16. 3 puts them in the A index. They're in the D. They're in the right column. 53, 16. Gibbs gains 14 yards on the play. But we got to see what the penalty is. So he gets a 14-yard gain, but we got to shake the dice to see if it's a dead ball foul. I used the Phil Malloy charts, and it says 11 through 15, it's a live ball foul. 16 through 66, it's a dead ball foul. So let's shake and see what kind of foul it is. 44, it is a dead ball foul. So what that means is that he gains 14 yards. So 88 yards of rushing. He gets the first down. So 14 yards, 5, 10, 14, but then a 15-yard penalty. Backs Detroit up, but it will still be a 1st and 10. So they got the first down, but they just didn't move the ball very far. They actually didn't move the ball at all. So here we are, Detroit, 29-yard line. Where do you have 12 and a half minutes left in the game. Detroit with a 10-point lead. Going to try and drive the ball down the field here. And what they're going to do on first down, they're going to run Gibbs inside again. Try to control the clock with their power offensive line. 1 puts them in the C index, but 66 puts them in the D. 5 puts them in the left column. 24 is a 20. No gain for Gibbs. 2nd down, 10 to go. And a clutch play here for the Lions. What they're going to do on 2nd and 10. They're going to go short pass to the tight end Laporta. It's Goff. See if he can move the chains here on 2nd and 10. Back in the pocket, looking around for Samuel Laporta. 14's a 35. That's a penalty. We got a 1-22 on a pass penalty. A 1-22 is going to be an offensive hold on the Lions. What's the result of the play? 62-16. Well, this could be a tricky one here. 7. So that'll put him in the A index. On the short pass, A index, 2nd dice roll. 42 on the 2nd and 10. Puts him in the 1 line. So that's an incomplete pass to Laporta. Tampa Bay's going to decline the penalty and make it 3rd down. And 10 to go. Rather than 2nd and 20 with Detroit's offense, they're going to make it 3rd and 10. So on 3rd and 10, what's the call going to be? 3rd and 10, they're going to go medium pass to Jamison Williams. Goff back in the pocket, looking for Jamison Williams on 3rd and 10. 56 is a 16. That ball's going to go incomplete. And Tampa Bay gets the much needed stop on the Lions, as they cannot convert on 3rd down. And with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, Fox has to come in today and punt for the first time, because this game could start getting interesting. Here comes Jack Fox from his own 29-yard line. 22 is a 4. A right column 4. That's a 54-yard punt to the TA. It's a nice punt. 54 yards. 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 54 to the TA. And that will be Palmer. Returning it from the P column, Trey Palmer. 45 is a 21. Left column, 21. Palmer gets 2 yards. And here comes Tampa Bay. Still has a heartbeat going. With 11:15 left. Their own 17-yard line. Can they come down here and score? So first down, they can pretty much run their whole offense here. So what they're going to do on first down, what's the quarterback from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield, trying to pull off another win after 6 wins in a row, trying to pull off win number 7. What's the call going to be on first down? They're going to go short pass to Rashid White. They pretty much abandoned the running game. Short pass to White on first down from the 17-yard line, back in the pocket. Baker. 6. B's going to bump up to the A. Second dice roll, 63. Puts them in the D. Detroit, if they have a 5, it's a successful double cover. So it's going to be with Joseph. He is a 5, so it's going to be a successful double cover. So left column, 25 is a 7. Drop to 9. 6-yard completion. He's up to 267 yards today. 6-yard completion to White. 5th catch, 36 yards. Second down. 4 to go. A short pass to Otten. Not targeted very much. He's only been thrown to twice today, so a short pass to Otten to try and move the chains. Baker Mayfield looking for Kate Otten. Another good pass there. 5. B bumps up to the A. 21 on the 2nd and 4. Puts them in the standard. Left column. 64 is the 9. 9-yard completion to Otten. 276 yards for Mayfield. Otten, 3 catches, 41 yards. That one's for a first down. 9-yard completion. 32-yard line. Keep that clock going. The clock should actually read 10:15. Baker Mayfield back in the pocket. What's he going to be doing here? Because they have pretty much abandoned any kind of a running game. First down. Evans. Medium to Evans. Taking a shot down the field. Little bit of urgency. 43 is a 29. He's going to get sacked again. 4 puts him in the B index. 42 puts him in the standard. We're in the left column. 43 is a 29. He loses 7 yards. 6 sack today for the Lions defense. That was a big one. Second down. Backs it up 7 yards. Keeps the clock going, as we are just under 10 minutes left in the game. And They got a long 2nd down and 17 to go. Going to come back and throw a screen pass to Bucky Irvin to try and get some of the yardage back here on the 2nd and 17. Baker Mayfield. Snake Eyes is a 2. It's what Baker does. 6 is a B. Puts him into A index. 21 on a 2nd and very long. Does put him into 1. Puts him into D. Snake Eyes is a 2. He's either going to have a 45 or a 27-yard gain. The way I play this, the free safety, Joseph, he has a 5 out of 6. He's a 5, so he has a 5 out of 6 chance of making the tackle 27 yards downfield. Otherwise, Bucky's going to go for 45. 27-yard completion to Bucky Irvin. That puts Baker over 300 yards today. He's up to 303 yards. 27 yards to Bucky Irvin. He's up to 40 yards receiving. Tampa Bay just will not go away. 27 yards, 10, 25, 27 yards. Baker, unbelievable. The role he's been on through this tournament with Snake Eyes and 66s all the time. So 9:15 left after that play there, and they are 1st down at the 48-yard line. What's the call going to be here? Godwin. They're looking to throw it to Godwin on a little medium route. Now they're going short to Godwin. They do want to keep articulating the ball down the field. Short pass to Godwin. 8 puts him into A. 43 puts him into standard. Right column. He's starting to shred Detroit's defense. 51 is an 8. Hits him for 18-yard pass to Godwin. He's up to 60 yards today. Another 18 yards. They are down to the 30-yard line. 1st down. The clock moves down to 8:45 left in the game. Tampa Bay has all kinds of time here. Actually, what they're going to do, they're going to run White inside. Haven't ran the ball in a while, but from the 30, they're going to run it one time. See what that'll do. And that looks like that's going to do some good things for them. 3 puts them in the C. 2nd dice roll, 15. Oh, that actually puts them into G. Right column, 15. If they got the guys that add up to 8, it's a successful key in. Oh, boy. You only got 1 yard running on that. Probably not the play they should have run. 2nd down. 9 to go. Sure, Baker's going to be back in the pocket again, winging away on 2nd and 9. Short pass to the tight end, Otten. Has 3 catches today. 2nd and 9, back in the pocket. Short pass. 6. The B's going to bump up to the A. 45 on the 2nd and 9. Going to put him into D. Right column. They got a successful double cover. 35's an 8. Drops to 10. 4-yard completion. 325 yards. Otten. 45 yards on 4 catches. So that was what for 4 yards. So now they got the 3rd down and 5. Short pass, 3rd and 5. Short pass to McMillan. And Baker, move the chains. .41's a 21. That ball's going to be, let me see, 3rd and 5. They are in pass defense. So 3, C, puts them into B. .52. Puts them into D. left column. 21. Incomplete pass. 2. McMillan. Almost intercepted. And with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, on comes the field goal kicker. They're trying to make this a 7-point game. McLaughlin trying a 42-yard field goal. Line of scrimmage is the 25. Here's the hold. Snap. Boom. 55. 55's an 18. And he drills it through. And we have ourselves a 1-score game here at Ford Field. 7:15 plus the adjustment. 7:15. 7:20 left in the game. Detroit 27, Tampa Bay 20. How cool is this if you're an APBA football fan, and how scary is this if you're a Detroit Lion fan? Tampa Bay cuts it down to a 27-20 lead. We got 7:15 left here in the fourth quarter, and Trenton Gill is kicking it off deep. 35. 35 is a 25. That is a touchback, but on the second dice roll on the 25s, I got this off the old guard site, 66. That is a touchback 20. If you get a 66 on the second dice roll and a touchback, the ball was in play and it bounced in the end zone. So that is the touchback 20. So Tampa Bay even gets a break there. Detroit does a start at their own 20-yard line. So here comes Detroit. Jared Goff and company. They've only punted one time, but they punted the last time they had the ball. So Goff at quarterback. Running back in the game right now is Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's what they're going to do. First down. They're going to run Gibbs inside from the 20-yard line. Handoff. Goff. Gibbs. Snake Eyes is a K. Wow. 5. Puts them in the A index. Second dice roll. 33. Tampa Bay's defense is 33, so we're going to go to the 3 line. Left column. Snake Eyes is a K. How far can Gibbs go? Looking at the big dice here. 12 is a 17. Gibbs sneaks through there for 6 yards. Oh, he was looking for so much more. With a 6-yard run. Gets Detroit down to a 2nd and 4. A little bit of time off that clock. As Tampa Bay is looking to get a 3 and out. And what they doing on 2nd and 4? They're running Gibbs inside again. Trying to get behind that powerful offensive line. 7 puts them in the A index. 62 puts them into D. Left column. 56 is a 24. 3-yard run. Not quite enough for the first down. He's up to 97 yards. We got ourselves a huge 3rd down coming up here. And at the 62, we got a defensive injury. Defensive injury, 54. 54 will be the strong safety, number 10. The strong safety's hurt. The strong safety's Jordan Whitehead. He's a J4, so he'll be out for the rest of the game. So Whitehead. Strong safety, out for the game. Who's coming in to play safety? Looks like it'll be Izeni. And he's still a 3, so there's no difference there. So now we got 3rd down and 1 to go. What a huge play here for Detroit. What kind of play will they call on 3rd and 1? You know that the defense is looking for the run. Would they dare throw the ball? What are they going to do here? They're going to throw a short pass. They are going to throw the ball. They're throwing a short pass to Sam Laporta. Back in the pocket. Jared Goff. 3rd and 1. Looking for Laporta. 46 is a 14. 2. That puts them in the B index, so A receiver puts them up to A. 35 is looking for the run. Puts them into G. Right column. 46. 14. 10-yard completion to Laporta. What a pass by Goff. What a completion. What a catch by Laporta. 10 yards. He has 5 catches today for 43 yards. None of them bigger than that one. As that one moves the chains up to the 39-yard line. First down. Official time is 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game here. Looks like Gibbs is out for a second. In comes Montgomery. Montgomery's in a run one inside between the tackles. But Detroit's trying to eat up some clock here. Handoff. Goff. Montgomery. 24 is a 22. He might get a couple on this. 0 puts him in the A index. 51 puts them in the D. Right column. 24. 22. 4-yard run for Montgomery. He has 84 yards on the day on 14 carries. That puts him at a 2nd down and 6 to go. 2nd and 6. Clock is at 5:15 left in the game. Any kind of a scoring, even if Detroit comes down to the field goal, that'd probably go a long ways towards putting this game away. So 2nd down, 6 to go. They've been trying to run the ball. What they're going to do? They're running Montgomery inside. They're getting pretty conservative here. 13's a 19. 5 puts them in the A. 66 on a 2nd down. Puts them in the D. Right column. 19. 5 more yards. 4. Montgomery. He's up to 89 yards. Clock keeps ticking away. And there they are again. They got that 3rd down and 1 to go. Just under 5 minutes left here in the game. We got 4:45 left in the game. And we got ourselves that 3rd down and 1 situation. Last time they ran the ball. What they going to do this time? Gibbs in the backfield. 3rd and 1. They're going to run Gibbs inside. They're running it this time. 62's a 24. Ooh, 2 puts them in the B index. 2nd dice roll, 35 on a run defense. Puts them into G. Left column. 62, 24. No gain. Gibbs cannot get the 1st down. It is 4th down and 1 to go. What will Coach Campbell do here? On 4th and 1. Leading by 7. I think they want to try and put this game away. 4th and 1. Oh boy. They're going for it on 4th and 1. That's what Coach Campbell would do. He's going to go for this. He's going to try and put this game away right now. They're going to go a short pass to St. Brown on 4th and 1. 16 is a 17. This should be interesting. 4. That actually gets them into the A index. 2nd dice roll. 53 on a 4th and 1. Puts them in a standard. Right column. 16 is a 17. Completes it for 4 yards. 1st down, Detroit. What a play. Goff. 4-yard completion to St. Brown. 133 yards receiving today. What a huge 1st down. And they're at the 30. They're at the 48-yard line. We're down to 3:45 left in the game. And now Tampa Bay has to go to the must-run defense. They didn't really want to do that right now. They were trying to get stoppages here, but at this point in time, 1st down from the 48-yard line. They're going to run Montgomery inside. 0. Puts them in the A. 56 in the must-run defense. Puts them in the standard. Left column, they got a successful key, so 13's a 19, drops to 21. He only gets 1 yard on that. Montgomery, 1 yard. Second down. 9 to go. .3:15 left in the game on 2nd and 9. They're almost tempting Detroit to throw the ball as they got the line stacked, and that's what they're going to do on 2nd and 9. They're going to throw a short pass to Williams. Back in the pocket. Looking. Goff. Looking for Williams. 36 is a 10. That looks like that could be a big completion. 2 puts them in the B with a bump up to the A. 54 as they're looking for the run. Puts them in a standard. Didn't totally sell out. Right column. 36 is the 10. 12-yard completion to Williams. First down, Detroit. Goff is up to 238 yards. Williams, 5th catch for 47 yards. That clock keeps ticking. They're down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Detroit's almost on the edge of field goal range. They're actually in field goal range. Because they're trying to put this game away and not let Tampa Bay have the ball back. With 2:45 left in the game. Who's in the backfield? The backfield is Montgomery. Montgomery's in there. What's Montgomery going to do? He's going to run one inside from the 35-yard line. 1. Puts them in the C index. Second dice roll, 43 on the must-run defense. Puts them in a 3 line. Odd. They got a successful key on them. So 46 is a 24, drops to the 26. No gain for Montgomery. They got second down. 10 to go. 2:15 left in the game. Detroit leading by 7. Trying to eat up the clock here. This player here will get it down to the 2-minute warning, so they could even throw the ball here. It won't matter because the clock's going to stop at the 2-minute warning anyways. So 2nd and 10. We're going to do a little short pass to Montgomery out of the backfield on 2nd and 10. Back in the pocket. Looking. Goff. 25. 25's a 6. What a nice looking pass. Big A. 61. On the must run. They're actually blitzing on that thing. They did a run blitz. Left column. 25's a 6. Dropped 8. It's still complete. Goes up to 4. That's a first down plus 5 yards. Oh my. That is a 15-yard completion to Montgomery. Goff is up to 298 yards, and what a play. What a play call by Ben Johnson. 15 yards. We are at the 2-minute warning. Detroit's in field goal range, up by 7 points. Tampa Bay just trying to get the ball back somehow, as this has been quite the drive by the Detroit Lions when it was needed the most. So Tampa Bay still in a must-run defense. They have all their timeouts left. This running game has been punishing with both Gibbs and Montgomery. So 20-yard line, first down, must-run defense. They're going to run. Gibbs inside. 43's a 29. He is stuffed. 3 actually put him in the A. 66 on the must-run defense. Actually put him in the D. Wow, it was a blown assignment on defense. Right column, 43. 43's a 29. He loses 2 yards, and Tampa Bay calls timeout. First timeout, 1:45 left. He loses 2 yards. Second down, 12 to go. We are at 1:45 left in the game. Gibbs out. Montgomery in. Montgomery's going to try and run inside between the tackles. 63's a 14. Oh my, that could be a fumble. Oh boy. 5 puts him in the A index. 51. On the must-run defense. Puts him in a standard. Right column. The right column, the even, puts him in the right column, and that is going to be a 4. That's a 5-yard run. Left column would have been the fumble, but the dice was even. Go to the right column, 5-yard run for Montgomery. He's up to 95 yards on the day. Tampa Bay calls another timeout. We got third down. Third down and 7 to go. 1:30 left in the game. 3rd and 7. Detroit. In field goal range. Field goal would put this game away. 3rd and 7. Montgomery back out. In comes Gibbs. Oh, that was scary. That close to being a fumble. So 3rd down. Must run. Inside run. Gibbs. 63's a 32. Another 63. But this time I switched to running backs. 0. Puts them into A. Not that we need an RP board at all here. 22 on a must-run defense. Puts them into G. Left column, 32. We got a RP2. Could this be a game-changing RP2? RP2, 8. Ball carry gains 3 yards. 2 men in motion on offense. 5-yard penalty from line of scrimmage against offense if accepted. So he gains 3 yards. Going to make it 4th down. They'll decline the penalty, and that will stop the clock. So 3-yard run for Gibbs. He ended up 98 yards. And with 1:15 left, 14-yard line, on comes Bates to try and kick a field goal and send Detroit to the championship game. Get Bates kick the big field goal here. Line of scrimmage is the 14-yard line. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. 63's a 21 from the 14. It's good. The extra point would be no good, but from the 14-yard line, the 21 is good from the 18. Or yes, it is a good field goal. 14-24, 31-yard field goal by Bates. And with 1 minute left in the game. Actually, with 1:01 left in the game, Detroit is going to win this game and go to the championship. As Bates kicks the field goal. 31-yarder. 31-yard field goal. Detroit takes a 30-20 lead here at Ford Field. So Bates kicking off from the 35-yard line. What a drive that was by the Lions all the way down the field to get the field goal and put this game away. Bates, 41 is a 38. Left column, 38. That ball's in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Tampa Bay coming out to the 30-yard line. Detroit's in a prevent kind of defense. It's not really going to probably matter, but they're going to play it out. You never know. With 1 minute left in the game, can Baker Mayfield pull off some kind of a miracle play here? They got to get like a touchdown in this play. onside kick, and get the ball back and score again. All within a minute. If anybody can do it, it's Baker Mayfield. First down, they're going to throw a long pass to Godwin. Baker back in the pocket. Giving it to Heathrow down the field. To Godwin, 45's a 10. That ball's in a flutter. Incomplete. 45 seconds left in the game. What's the call going to be on second down? We go medium pass to Evans. 45 seconds left. Mayfield looking for Evans. 16. 16 is a 20. On a medium pass. 9. Puts him in the A index. The second dice roll, 64. Nickelback. Going to put him down to the B index. Right column. If they got the guys that add up, it's going to be a successful key. So 16's a 20. Drops to the 22. It's going to be intercepted. W64. W64 46. W64 46. 24 D11. Fires it down the field. Kirby Joseph intercepts the ball at Detroit's 46-yard line. And he just falls on the ball. So we got 30 seconds left in the game. Joseph with a big interception. Or at least an interception. Don't know how big it was. And up comes Goff. He kneels on the ball. And that is it here. Ford Field, Detroit beats Tampa Bay 30-20 in an exciting game. And they're going on. And they will play the winner of the Baltimore Raven Denver Bronco game in the championship game here next week. Be back in a little bit with some statistics. Let's go over the statistics in the thrilling NFC final game. The NFC championship game as Detroit Lions beat Tampa Bay 30-20, and they are going on to the finals as soon as we find out between Baltimore and Denver, between Lamar Jackson and Bo Nix, who Detroit will be playing. This was quite a game here that we picked up here in the second half, with Detroit leading 17-10, and in the second half, it kind of went back and forth. Baker Mayfield throwing some big passes, kept Tampa Bay in it, got it down to a 7-point lead, but they could never get the ball back. They finally got it back with a minute left, but down by 10 points as Detroit's balanced attack. Big play there with about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, and it was 4th down and 1 on their own side of the field at the 48-yard line. Detroit went for it, and Goff hit St. Brown for the first down. That was a critical play there that got Detroit down there to kick the field goal. But then we had the possible fumble down there, and we had the RP board. We still had stuff right to the very end. The way Baker Mayfield goes, you never know with his card what could happen. So Detroit wins with a balanced attack on offense and 6 sacks and an interception on defense. They control the potent Tampa Bay offense. Detroit had a 76-45 play advantage. They kept Baker off the field. Lions 199 rush yards and 297 passing yards with 31 first downs and a very strong offensive effort. As we go down some of the team statistics here, Detroit had 31 first downs to Tampa Bay 17 first downs. Tampa Bay only ran the ball 7 times as they were chasing Detroit the whole game. Detroit 42 carries, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns as Montgomery and Goff each had a touchdown. Montgomery and Gibbs, that is. Goff was 26 for 33, 298 and a touchdown. As Detroit had 1-yard sack, so 297 passing yards. So 496 offense. Tampa Bay 396 offense. There was actually no fumbles lost in the game. The only turnover was the interception. And that was 1 minute left at the end of the game when Joseph picked off Baker Mayfield. Penalties, 5 for Detroit for 35 yards, 6 for Tampa Bay for 44 yards. Already talked about total plays. Detroit 76 plays to 45 for Tampa Bay. Kickoff not... Detroit punted 1 time for 54 yards. Tampa Bay punted 3 times for 46 yards. early in the game. Detroit did have a missed field goal on a botched snap where it was fumbled. So let's go to some of the individual statistics of the day here. Once again, Goff for Detroit, 26 for 33, 298 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. The running game, Gibbs, 22 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown. Montgomery had 18 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, the big day was St. Brown was targeted 10 times. He caught 9 catches for 133 yards and a touchdown. Williams, 5 for 47. Laporta, 5 for 43. Gibbs, 3 for 33. Patrick, 2 for 19. Montgomery. Goff spread it around pretty good. And then we go to the Tampa Bay part of it. Baker Mayfield, he was spectacular again. 24 for 32 for 325. 2 touchdowns, interception. The biggest downfall to him is he got sacked 6 times for a minus 31 yards. Running game, they had nothing going. White, 4 carries, 9 yards, and Irvin 2 for 2. The biggest run of the day was Baker Mayfield's 14-yard scramble. Receiving, Evans had a big day, targeted 6 times. He had 5 catches, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Godwin targeted 9 times, had 5 catches for 60 yards. Otten 4 for 45. McMillan 2 for 10. White out of the backfield 5 for 36, and Bucky Irvin 3 for 40. And really not much else going on here. The punter, Gill had 3 punts for 46.7 yards. He did put 1 at the 4-yard line. Field goals, McLaughlin made his only attempt. It was 36 yards. And actually on the other side, Bates, he was 3 for 3 kicking field goals. The other one was a fumbled snap, so he really didn't get a chance to kick that one. So that is it here from the NFC final game. First time I had the Lions on the channel here. They had an awesome season last year, and they 5-0, and they making it to the finals. And I'll be back probably early next week with some of the Denver versus Baltimore game, and then the finals too. So that is it from Bay City, Michigan. And I will ask, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, if you do like some of my content, if you could subscribe to my channel. Any likes, any comments, appreciate it all. And as always, keep playing the APBA sports games. They are the most fun and most realistic games out there, in my opinion. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the football season. Goodbye.